I got a little shit. I got some little shit to talk about. Let me get the chat over here and get all this shit set up real quick. Give people some time to come in. Make sure the chat box working. And it's not. The Wise, what's poppin', brother? I got some shit to talk about, boy. These motherfuckers about to have me fucking bugging. My little sister dead and gone. These motherfuckers still trying to fucking go at her. Look at this shit, man. This right here, and I'll explain to you in a minute exactly what we're looking at here. What do I got here? Okay, I got that going on. What's good with you, DeWise? You get up there to your mom yet? Alright, so these motherfuckers here, as most of you know, if you don't know, my sister is dead and gone. She passed away. She died in a fucking car accident. So obviously she didn't want that to happen. The family of the other girl that was in the car with her that died are doing shit like this. And this is on Facebook. One of her friends, my little sister, my other little sister that I consider my other little sister. But this is the other girl's family doing shit like this. I'm mad. A drunk driver killed my sister. Talking about the other girl that was in the car with my sister. So, what's this chick's name? Because she's up in here in the chat talking mad shit too. She couldn't talk much because of the drugs. Yeah, that happens, man. That sucks. That you just reminded me to make sure I plug my phone in case I get a phone call. In case somebody wants to call in. Give me 1 second, though. Damn, this one's backwards. Well, shit. I'm using all the rest of them. This one I need for that. This one I need for that. Alright. I think I know what I need to do. Damn, and I think we should be good now. We unplug that shit too. We don't need that shit going on right now. But anyways, like I was saying, these motherfuckers are in here trying to sue my family because this little girl died while she was in the car with my little sister. Talking about killing and shit. So I'm at a thing here where, like, you know, I don't know what my role is right now. I don't know where my role is right now. Because these motherfuckers are vandalizing shit. This is the crash site where she passed. Now, if I go to my little sister's Facebook, you can see all that. Princess Diana, how you doing? I was just talking about the family of the girl that was in the car with my little sister. Is trying to sue my family, has threatened them with violence, has vandalized her cross that we put up on the side of the road at the crash site. They're just out of control. Fucking out of control. And if I can find it, there's an old picture of us right there. That's me holding her back in 1999. 1999, I was holding my little baby sister in my arms. And today, you know, she's gone. And that's 2014 at my wedding, which actually, yeah, that'd be 2014. Yeah, we got that right. So, how you doing, Princess? How have you been? Happy Mother's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day to you. Are you a mother, Princess Diana? Yeah, that's crazy, right? And they vandalized the cross and shit. Check this out. If I can get back to it. Damn. Hold on a second. So one of them did this right here. Let me get this. Try to get this where you can see it. I need to find I need a better setup for this. There we go. That's a little better. It says they did this. It says drive safely, and then her little sister, the sister of the girl that was in the car with my little sister when she passed away, came up and put, a drunk driver killed my little sister, or my sister. I'm mad. And they're all up in the comments talking mad shit. And then my mother has a ridiculous amount. Look, Sage's cross is down because somebody backed into it, so her grandma took home to keep. I mean, people are taking her cross down and shit. They're like at war with my family now because of that shit. I mean, look at all the response this is getting. You know what I mean? People know that this shit is wrong. This shit is fucked up. You know what I mean? But damn, yo, I mean, happy birthday or happy Mother's Day. I got a video uploading. It's probably slowing down now. Um, I wanted to show something. Oh, I'm gonna call. I was gonna call my mom back again, and I wanted her to I wanted her to tell y'all what they're doing. So I'm gonna get her back on the line. You know, I'm drinking out of this Mother's Day mug for Mother's Day. It's a damn shame I can't afford my own merch. I want one of my MILITIA cups. Hello? Oh, there she goes. Am I hearing that through where I need to be hearing it from? Yes. Alright, well, I'll call my grandma. My grandma knows more about it. My grandmother knows a lot more about it, anyways. ABC. Princess Diana, when you get a chance, go into my description and friend me on Facebook.
Hi, David.
Hey, Graham, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there. How are you doing?
All right. So I'm still on live, or I'm back on live rather. Um, can I ask you guys a question real quick? Not you, Graham. Hold on a second. Am I echoing, guys, in the chat? Everybody in the chat, or the two of you guys in the chat right now. Am I echoing? Okay. My phone has.
You don't sound like it.
Okay. Anyways, what I wanted to ask was, we were talking about what's going on with Sam O'Connor's family.
With who, honey?
O'Connor's.
Um, I don't really know. I got a letter from Walgreens saying that they're being sued, and I haven't heard any more yet. I missed the hearing that I was supposed to go and be recorded in front of a judge, but I missed it because they didn't have my new address. The judge did, but the attorney didn't.
Okay, but
So
what
I'm
they
waiting to. Huh?
what they don't know is all the shit that's been going on is what I was trying to explain to them. Like the despicable things that they've been doing to our family since this
What have they
accident.
been doing?
Yeah, the despicable things they've been doing since the accident and the harassment.
Oh, they've texted us some horrible things. They've texted one of my friends, threatened them, and told them they weren't allowed to go out to the site or they'd be sorry. They've run over the cross.
Run over
They
the
trashed the
yeah,
whole site.
the whole site
And
where
they
we
put up
where we
her sister put up on a sign, this drunken driver killed my sister.
mhm. I was
So
just
just
showing them that.
interesting.
I was just showing
Huh?
them that. I was just showing them that on Facebook.
Okay. I hate to start up more trouble because they're vicious people.
Yeah, no,
No?
no, it's not. I was just explaining to my small audience here what was going on, you know.
Right.
So it's just it's a crazy thing because it's just adding fuel to the fire and kicking it. It's just
I mean,
two young girls lost their lives and they're just adding fuel to the fire.
yeah, what is it? Money more important than a life of your child? That's what I don't understand.
And they want to sue y'all, and you don't have shit.
No, I have nothing.
There's no
The only reason they're suing me is because there's a statute in Florida where if your name is on the title along with the person, and Sage and it was Sage and my name, and we were buying the car together. We were on the insurance together. They can sue the other person on the title,
right.
which is a stupid law. It's wrong. It's called wrongful death.
Wrongful, yeah, the wrongful death. Well, let's I mean, it's Mother's Day, so you think about Sage. You know,
Yeah.
you think about Sage and you think about Mike, and
Okay.
you
It's
know,
just
Sage was. I want to talk about like how what kind of person Sage was.
well, Sage is a very good driver, and all the kids that were at McDonald's that night told me that Sage said, "I don't want to drive anymore. I don't feel right driving. I want to go home." And how they talked her into taking them where they wanted to go, I have no idea. But the car was in the inside lane where you could make a U-turn if you wanted to,
Right.
and all of a sudden the car went straight to the right, which makes me think that somebody grabbed the wheel.
It seems like something that's not right happened in that car.
Right. Sage would do anything in the world to keep from hurting anybody. And that's what makes me think something's not right here. Because I know what kind of a driver she was, going fast or not. And I don't condone her drinking, but I do respect the fact that she didn't want to drive and kept telling him over and over again.
How
And there was a time she,
I got up a photograph of her now. She's
and
so
there
beautiful.
was a
It's
time,
so terrible.
and there was a time that she pulled off into a dead end street, pulled on the grass, locked the car up, and lay down in the back seat and went to sleep.
Okay, Princess Diana wants to know exactly what happened here. So here's what happened, Princess. My little sister and her friend's boyfriend were on their way to a concert, correct, Graham?
No, they were on their way to take Sam and her boyfriend to get something.
Okay, okay. So they were on their way somewhere, and
They were supposed to be going to hear that concert. And what happened there, I have no idea.
okay, so they were driving, and whatever happened. There was and I'll show it to you in a minute. I'll show you the news segment in a minute if you haven't seen it, Princess. But my little sister was driving, and all of a sudden something happened, and they went directly into a tree. My sister died at the hospital, and the other girl died on impact, and the kid in the back got a broken leg and walked away from it. 8 months before that, I was in an accident, flipped my car 4 times. I broke my back, but I walked away from it. So it's like it makes you think, damn, I would take her place immediately if I could. I really would.
She's the only one who had her seatbelt on.
Yeah, and that didn't even matter. The car was so fucked up. And I'll set this up so I can show you guys too. I just gotta remember where I put it. Oh, I know where it is. I know where I can go. But yeah, but she was a good driver. She wasn't the type to usually drive drunk, um, or drive intoxicated, and we still don't even know, like, what was her blood alcohol level, Graham?
Well, this is what I don't understand. Sands was under the limit,
Uh-huh.
which I don't understand how that could be. But they pretty much own Citrus County, so they could have done something. It was.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, that's a possibility.
that's what I'm thinking because Sage was way over.
Sage was, how far was she over? What was her
I
BAL?
can't remember. I've got the paperwork. I can get it out, tonight or something and see what it was.
I think I'm ready to look at it.
It was like what 1.15. I don't know.
That's about what mine was for my DUI.
Yeah.
And
Hers was way under Samantha's. And they said that video was taken minutes before the crash.
I don't think it was taken minutes
sister-
before the crash. I don't think it
How could her
was.
sister have taken that minutes before the crash?
I don't think it was minutes before the crash. And there's a
That's what
video.
it says in the thing.
That's what it says in the report, right?
Right.
And it says also in the, but I want to show my audience here this. I want to show this to my audience as soon as I find it. Right here. Here we go. So here's this.
In Citrus County are mourning the loss of two young teens killed in a weekend crash. A third teenager still recovering in the hospital right now.
That's my sister right there. That's her.
David.
Yes.
The boy said they were fighting all the way from the
Many in
time
Citrus
they
County
left.
are mourning the loss of two young teens
Yeah.
killed in a weekend crash.
They
A third teenager still
were
recovering in
fighting.
the hospital right now. ABC Action News reporter Kara Moshik is in Crystal River with the chilling images captured just minutes before that deadly accident.
So they
Well,
could
this
have been
weekend, those
taken
three
minutes
teens were
before
coming in
the
their vehicle right down US 19 when they veered off the road, ultimately slamming right into that tree. Now their family members posting this haunting message on Facebook in hopes it saves other lives. 3 days after the deadly crash, people are still stopping by this roadside memorial just outside Crystal River.
I just want to stop and say a secret little prayer for him.
Beverly Stroop and her husband were driving down this highway moments after the crash happened late Friday.
As we were going by really slow for the scene, obviously it was fresh, and we saw a stretcher, but we didn't see any people.
She learned later 18-year-old Sage Fields and her friend 18-year-old Sam O'Connor were killed. The 15-year-old friend in the back seat is in the hospital with serious injuries. A family member posting these Snapchat videos she wrote her sister took just minutes before her life ended. That relative requesting others pass her message on, hoping it might save lives. It's already been shared thousands of times, many hoping it will be a teachable moment for families everywhere.
Hope the young ones coming up, and will make better choices is all. It's frightening. It's terrible. It didn't have to happen.
Florida Highway Patrol is continuing to investigate the crash, but say alcohol was definitely involved and that charges will likely be filed at some time in the near future. Reporting in Citrus County, Kara Machin, ABC Action News.
I think I'm going to repost this series. Welcome back, ManikAsylum.
Okay.
I hope
Also,
everybody's
David,
doing well today. Let me mute this. This is a bit of a somber video.
David,
A little
also
difficult
it
to
says
make,
in
a
those
little
papers that I
difficult to
told
go
Sage
through
it
the
was all right to
photograph.
drink and drive.
Yeah, but there's no, that's hearsay. How could you possibly prove that?
Huh?
How could you possibly prove that? That's hearsay.
The whole thing is so trumped up. It's sickening. You know?
I know it
don't
is.
understand. And they said Sage went around the corner before they took off and drank the beer till she was drunk. Sage didn't drink the beer. The beer was bought for the boy.
Sage wasn't that much of a drinker, like to that level. She would drink, but not like crazy drink.
No. But they, even he said they bought the beer for me. Because I didn't like alcohol.
Sage was a social drinker. She wouldn't sit at home and drink by herself. As far as I knew.
I can barely hear you.
Oh, here, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Is that any better?
Not really. My phone's messed up.
Oh, it's your phone? Is this better?
Not really.
No? Okay. I don't know where the audio is coming from.
Yeah, I think it's my phone, honey. But, everything's just so unreal and surreal. It just doesn't make sense.
I know
None
it
of
is.
it makes sense.
I know.
And that's what bothers me. And he won't tell the truth because that was his girlfriend.
I know it. His lips are tightly sealed shut, and I have even personally tried to get in there, and I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try to talk to him again. Wax Dog, what's good, brother? We're talking.
He's in a home right now for I don't know. He got himself in a lot of trouble.
I know.
He's in a psychiatric thing now.
Yeah, his mom was telling me about that.
Yeah. So. I don't know, And he wouldn't say, and, Sage and Sam weren't friends for very long. She sought Sage out. She ran away when she was 12 from home, so she and her mother did not have a good relationship. So that's why I know she's playing all this for money, and that's all. And Sage came back and got some shoes and told her mom and I that we were going to see a totally different Sage next week. She said, I'm not going to see Sam anymore. I know she's not good for me. And I'm going to get my 4th credit. I'm going to graduate with my class. I'm going to work all summer, and I'm going to go to college. And she gave us both a hug and a kiss.
Yeah.
And that was the last time I saw her.
And that's the last time you saw her?
And she saw her uncle. She saw Mike, Uncle Mike, that day. And he said she was fine. That was around 2:30.
Yeah.
So, like I say, none of this adds up.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It's not going to either. It's never going to. We lost two young girls, and whether or not, Sam was a little shit or not, I don't know what kind of person she was, but, we lost 2 young girls that had potential to have great lives, and they're gone now, and we need to grieve, finish our grieving process, and we need to move on, and we need to
so much has happened to her, 2 months before that.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know. Trust me.
With her car, with her boyfriend, with her dog, and with her dad dying.
Her dad had just died.
Yeah.
Mike, of a heroin overdose. Michael died of a heroin overdose, and that was months before she died in her accident. So we gotta, and then what was it, about 8 months later Kelly
Huh?
died? What was it, about 8 months later that Kelly died?
Well, Sage died in April of 17. Kelly died in May of 18.
Okay.
So Friday it'll be a year, Kelly.
Friday it'd
And it
be a
was
year for Kelly.
yeah, and it was just 2 years in April for Sage. And they're still on with this lawsuit thing.
Well, I miss the
No.
shit out of her. I really miss her.
Oh boy, nah, I know. So do I. You know how much I miss her.
I know.
Every day and every night I talk to her. And that she
You
didn't
know,
deserve it.
did you know that when I got that phone call that I think I was in shock. Like I got up and I got dressed and I showered like nothing happened, and
No,
it didn't hit me until after the balloon ceremony,
I know.
and
I went outside and screamed.
it was like a punch in the foot. It was like a punch in the chest, you
I
know.
know. I kept pretending she was over at Michelle's. That's how I got through it. I just kept thinking, well, she's spending the night with Michelle. Everything's okay. You know, I did that for a long time before I let myself think about it. I couldn't. I would have lost it. I knew I had to stay strong for everybody else.
There's no recourse. There's nothing to say, you know. There's nothing to say. There's nothing to do. I mean, when somebody that young goes just out of nowhere, it's like there's
She had such a future ahead of her. She
what?
was going to work with kids in DCF.
Oh yeah,
That's one thing she wanted to
that
do.
would have been the perfect job for her.
Wouldn't it? She was so good with kids. She loved kids. And she wanted to make sure that they got what they needed and not just thrown into a house that nobody really knew what kind of people they were. We talked about that a lot.
Well, I went to I went to college for child psychology, but didn't make it
I
through it.
know. I know. So you guys went too far apart here.
No, we weren't.
And she totally adored you. You know that.
But
She thought you were one of the smartest people ever.
She
And
did.
she took everything that you said. You know, she believed everything. You know, you were her idol.
You think so?
I know so. Paige and I did a lot of talking.
She was one of my biggest fans, that's for sure. Her, Kelly, and Mike were three of my biggest fans when it came to my music and stuff like that. They always supported me. They always supported me.
I know.
You know.
Well, honey.
Yeah,
Mr.
I'll let you go, Graham.
All right, honey. I love you.
All right, I love you too.
I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay?
All right.
Okay, honey. Thank you
Yep. Bye bye.
for getting everything out. I appreciate it.
All right. We'll try to get over
Love
there
you,
soon. Okay.
Okay, big boy. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
My grandmother is absolutely broken up over this. Like that was her baby, you know. Sage was her baby, and Sage is gone. So I think I'm going to guys. Sorry. I think I'm going to show that video in her honor. Oh, feels like it was just last year. In 2017, she died in this car accident. This is her. This is my little sister, Sage, that died, and this is the news reporting on it. So we were just talking to my grandmother, and I called my mom earlier, too, because it's Mother's Day, and I wanted to wish them happy birthday and put them on live and let them say what they wanted to say. I'm uploading right now the conversation with my mother. It's taking a little bit because I'm live right now. So
this weekend, those three coming in their vehicle right down US 19 when they veered off the road, ultimately slamming right into that tree. Now their family members posting this haunting message on Facebook in hopes it saves other lives.
3 days after the deadly crash, people are still stopping by this roadside memorial just outside Crystal River.
I just want to stop and say this secret little prayer for him.
Beverly Stroop and her husband were driving the highway moments after the crash happened late Friday.
As we were going by really slow at the scene, obviously it was fresh, and we saw a stretcher, but we didn't see any people.
She learned later 18-year-old Sage Fields and her friend 18-year-old Sam O'Connor were killed. The 15-year-old friend.
that was my sister on the left-hand side. That's Sage right there. That's my little sister, and that's her friend, Sam. And they both passed in that car accident.
18-year-old Sam O'Connor were killed. The 15-year-old friend in the back
If you guys have seen this, stop me, and I'll stop it.
seat is in the hospital with serious injuries. A family member posting these Snapchat videos she wrote her sister took just minutes before her life ended. That relative requesting others pass her message on, hoping it might save lives. It's already been shared thousands of times, many hoping it will be a teachable moment for families everywhere.
Hope the young ones coming up and will make better choices. It's frightening. It's terrible. It didn't have to happen.
Florida Highway Patrol's continuing to investigate the crash, but say alcohol was definitely involved and that charges will likely be filed at some time in the near future. Reporting in Citrus County, Kara Moshe, ABC Action News.
It's me and my little sister. It's me and her as well. Me and her. Welcome back, ManikAsylum. I hope everybody's doing well today. This is a bit of a somber video. A little difficult to make, a little difficult to go through the photographs and videos, but here we are. I felt like this is one of the most necessary. I think this entire series was built off the back of what happened to Sage, because it is the end result of everything that I've talked about in the previous chapters. Now, can you connect what happened to Sage directly to the circumstances of her family life and what happened in the past? Not necessarily, but make no mistake about it. I named this series The Butterfly Effect for a reason. My biggest regret with Sage is not spending more time with her. We did talk on the phone a lot. She would call me, usually she would call me when she was breaking down, because she knew that I had gone through the same thing at home with my stepfather and mother. That's generally when she would call me, and she knew I was well spoken and well with the words. So I think she looked to me for maybe a little bit of help. Sage, just like me, had no guidance. She didn't have anybody there to guide her. She didn't have anybody there for her like that, which always brings me back to the family structure and why I think having a mother, a fit mother, and a fit father in the household is so fucking important. The mother and the father are at the ends of the spectrum, and everything in between gets swallowed up and dealt with as long as you have a fit mother and a fit father that are ready to be parents, that know what it is to be a parent, that know what it is to raise a child and not just be there and take care of them. Parenting is not feeding and clothing your child only. Parenting is raising your child and preparing your child for the world ahead. Once you become a parent, you sign up for that. Now along the way, there are bumps, there are things that are beyond your control. Your kids get older, and especially if you are separated from the mother or the father, there are things that are far beyond your control, and there's nothing that you can do often, especially with the state of the family courts. It was chaotic at home for the entirety of Sage's life. Zero stability, no parameters, no boundaries. I used to talk to my mother and my grandmother because they were exclusively raising her once my great-grandmother passed and she, wasn't there. And my grandmother and my mother would raise her, and I would tell them all the time, I was like, you got to, the same old song and things. I would tell them, like, listen, you really got to be more engaged in different types of ways, though, not just being a friend to them and letting them do what they want and getting them what they want. You have to be a figure, you have to, God, I don't know, I just couldn't get it through to them, and these are the same people that would call me when she was out of control. Will you talk to your sister? Oh, now you want me to talk to my sister because she's out of control and you can't control her now because you didn't listen to a thing I said when I told you. You have to create some boundaries. You have to be a parent. And now here you are calling me, and I'm waiting for the same call in other circumstances right now. My damn self. I'm glad I finally got it. I'm glad I finally got my shit together, and it was hard for me. It was hard for me to collect myself because and focus on what is important. It took me a while to do it, but I'm glad I finally got there. Even when I was fucked up, I still had my same philosophy on parenting, but I was fucked up, so I couldn't establish it in the way that it needed to be established. But we'll cover all that in chapter 4. I mean, you'll have to excuse me because it's hard to find words, it's hard to find a way to talk about this because of the gravity of it. I mean, you don't know what the right thing to say is, and you don't know, like, it's when somebody that close to you passes, it's your mind gets just juggled and your fucking ears are ringing. You can't think straight because you feel like it doesn't make any sense. I mean, I had wrecked my car and flipped it 4 times, broke my back months before Sage had her first accident in her life. You know how many car accidents I've been in? And I had just months before Sage got into her first car accident, I had flipped my car like 4 times and broke my back, walked away from it. Sage gets in one accident and it's over. I'd say 8 months before Sage's accident. This is Sage's car here. Is when and that's right the fuck where my sister was sitting when she died. My stepdad, her father, died of an overdose of heroin, which was covered in chapter 2. And you just can't make sense of it. I'll tell you one thing that did happen though. When Sage passed, she lit a fire under my ass. Because Michael and Sage were my biggest supporters. Also my aunt that also died a few months after, or a year after Sage. So we got Mike a few months before Sage's accident, and then about a year later, maybe less, my aunt passed away in her sleep just out of nowhere. It was insane. It was like, what the fuck is going on? And it just so happens that Michael, Sage, and Kelly were the biggest supporters of me when it came to my music and stuff like that. They always believed in me. They always supported me. And with them passing, I was like, I have to do this now for them. I've got to try, man. I've got to try. And it lit a fire under my ass. And I just started making music. One of the first songs I made was for Sage. I'll play it at the end. It's not perfect music. It's not the greatest music in the world, but it wasn't bad, man. And I still got some collaborations on the way. I'm still working on doing music and stuff. I'm not expecting to, blow up over it, but it's fun and I enjoy it. And those 3 passing, it was almost like them yelling at me, hey man, we're gone. Keep going though. Like if I don't get any hits on my music or anything like that on social media, or nobody's paying attention to my posts, or nobody is saying anything about my music when I post it up, I know those 3 would be cheering for me, and that's good enough for me. But this isn't about me. This is about Sage. Sage grew up very similar circumstances as I did. Very, very similar. And I think that's what made us so close. Once I moved out, there was long periods of times that we didn't talk to each other, but every time we saw each other, we picked up right where we left off. We had a bond. I never had a fight with. Well, I had one, little bullshit fight with Sage, just a little argument. But other than that, we didn't fight, argue. We had a good bond. But I can tell you one thing: I was really angry because I didn't feel like Sage got what she deserved, what she needed in her life, in her upcoming, and that includes Mike. People wonder why I'm so gung-ho about fucking parenting and being a good parent, being a guide for your kids, being somebody that can sit down and talk to them and say, hey, listen, this and that and this, be an opportunist parent. Anytime something goes wrong or they do something wrong, interject and correct and say, hey, listen, no, you might not want to do it this way because of this and because of that, And I mean this regarding all the way down to social behavior, the way they interact with other people. There are so many things that you can teach your children inadvertently through other techniques, and they catch on. That sinks into their brain, and then it becomes a part of their character. And you want your child to have good character. And a lot of parents, they don't see that. They don't pay that close attention to say, hey, wait a minute, you're behaving in a way that is going to be a bit abrasive. So try to do it this way, try to do it that way. But I mean, some kids figure it out on their own. I did, Sage did, but it's good to have that guidance there, because without that guidance, man, you're going to run into some really unnecessary bumps in your life that could have been avoided had you, at least had somebody there to kind of guide you along the way as a child, kind of instill some of that in your mind. She didn't have that. And I didn't have any, I was her big brother. I didn't have any place to be, that kind of, I could talk to her in a friendly way. I could say, hey, listen, but I couldn't be a parent to her. You know what I mean? Sage was just like any other kid, I was worse than she was at her age. And I didn't have any guidance, neither did she. I just wish she had, and I wish I could have helped more. Everybody Sage was like, Sage had like this gravitational pull. People gravitated towards her. You should have seen the balloon ceremony. I'll have a picture up here. The balloon ceremony, there were tons of, God, must have been 100 people there or more just to do a balloon ceremony for Sage. She had so many friends, so many people that loved her. And it was amazing, and it choked me up to see all those people there, because at least she had that, I gotta be honest, there's not much I can say about this right now. It's just, I will say this, man, parents out there, please just, the ones that know, the ones that don't know, please just guide your kids and be there for them, and interject when you need to. Be their fucking Yoda, man. Take your experiences, I see it so often, parents just don't do it. I'll end it there. Love and respect to all y'all. I'm gonna keep pushing out these videos. I'm gonna do another chapter on myself. Self-deprecation is my favorite. Consider supporting the channel. What do you guys think about this whole situation? Leave it in the comments. Tell me what you think. Let's talk about this shit. Let's talk about these kind of situations that happen. Alright, y'all. Love and respect. ManikAsylum. I'm out. Y'all want to hear Sage's song? Hit one if you want to hear Sage's song. I know you guys probably heard it already. So I don't want to play if I don't want to torture you guys if you don't want to hear it. So hit one if you want to hear it. If not, I'll keep it moving. And we'll move on to either another topic or something. I mean, shit. What do you say? What do you say at this point about, Yeah, okay, I'll play it. Hell yeah.
Now I'm looking up at the sky, teriyaki, crying to the moonlight. I never say goodbye, just let my angel fly. I said I'm ready to die, but I ain't never in my life thought I'd see your demise. I'm on my knees, deep. Why? Please. Why? Heart bleeding ain't a reason I don't believe it, won't believe it, must be dreaming right. Tell me I'm dreaming, you ain't even right. My soul screams for your eyes and you smile, your heart and you cry 'cause you're a queen, baby girl. I hope you're looking down on me now. I hope you're looking down on me proud 'cause I'm a pound on now. You will rain down on now. No choice in it, baby. verb every now and then. Gon' feel a heartbeat in every word, every sound, till they drown in your beauty, in your love, in your smile. Won't sing to you right, baby girl, you know what brings me to my knees at night. I grieve, I fight, I seek the light in the dark. It's so dark, cold heart to tear the world apart. Good Lord, have mercy, let the world depart.
Is that your phone? Yeah, it's my phone. I love you, Aunt Paige. Let me say. Oh, give me kiss. Give me kiss.
Now I'm looking up at the sky, teary eyed, crying to the moonlight. I never said goodbye, just let my angel fly. I said I'm ready to die, but I ain't never in my life thought I'd see your demise. I'm on my knees, deep. Why? Why? Please. Why? Heart beating ain't a reason I don't believe it, won't believe it, must be dreaming right. Tell me I'm dreaming, ain't even right. I'm bringing you to life every time they see my face. They hear my voice, spirit reappears in force. White horses carry you to the forest. The storm swarms and pours on them, never remorse. And it's a cold world, baby. Now that you're gone, I go to war with it, baby. Soar with it, baby. I'll forever mourn for you, baby. Let the mother angels know your brother's gone for it. Goodbye to the only man that ever bothered to call me son. I look up to the sky, my only sister, the fallen world, and I saw the sun rise. I thought how beautiful all it was, and with alongside said it's time that it's all enough. We suffered through it all, we gotta play at the hands dealt, and try to never dwell on that which we can never help. I never felt so heartbroken, I feel the rain fall, good Lord. I never wanted to feel the rain low.
And I hope you hear your brother when I say that everything that I do, every accomplishment I make, every victory I celebrate will be in the honor of the beautiful young woman that you have become, the intelligent and charming baby sister you always were, and the absolutely amazing woman that you will undoubtedly grow into. I love you.
Now I'm looking up at the sky, teary-eyed, crying to the moonlight. I never said goodbye, just let my angel fly. I said I'm ready to die, but I ain't never in my life thought I'd see your demise. I'm on my knees, deep. Why? Why? Breathe. Why? Heart bleeding ain't a reason I don't believe it, won't believe it, must be dreaming right. Tell me I'm dreaming, you ain't leave it right.
Well, I tell you what, that song, if there's any song that I've ever reached down, if there's any song that I've ever reached down to the bottom of my gut to find the words for, it's that one. Because I had to reach for that. I grabbed the wrong one. I had to reach down deep to find the right things to say and the right lyrics and the right words, because it's hard, man. Like, what do you say? You know, it started off as like a memorial song, like one of them we'll be missing you type, things, wouldn't sound like that, wouldn't sound even close to that, but one of those types things. And I felt like I heard her just tickle my ear and say, listen, motherfucker, stop being a pussy, reach down in your gut and pull that shit up out of you and make a fucking song. And I was like, alright. I felt like I heard her tell me that, and I don't believe in shit like that, but I just kind of felt that. Either that or I felt like that's what she would say to me if she was here right now. She would be like, stop being a pussy, make a fucking song, say how you feel, and just let it all come out. And that's what came out. That's what came out at the other end, man. And a lot of people liked it, man. And I'm really satisfied I'm really happy that a lot of people liked it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. But what do you say beyond that? Their family, the family of the other girl is really going at my family, and they're really trying to fuck shit up for my family, and they're really trying to do some dirt, and threatens of violence. And obviously that's where I come in. Threatens of violence, and then we just gotta watch out for them, you know what I mean, because they're bugging out. Something's wrong with their fucking heads. You know, and I feel for that girl that died, the other girl that died too, man. I feel for her just the same way I feel for my sister, you know, like, damn, man, another kid died, you know. It's wrong of them doing that. Yeah, it's mad wrong. Like, they're vandalizing her cross that we put up for her at the crash site. They're doing all kinds of shit that's just completely out of pocket, and you know, is reprehensible. It's fucked up what they're doing. Trying to sue my grandmother, like, she lost a child too, you know. My grandmother lost a grandchild. My mother lost a child. You know, they're all in the same boat together. If they could just come together and help each other grieve, and help each other heal, you know, that. But some people, man, some people are just, they're off the rocker. They're sociopathic or something, man. Something's wrong. You know, I just don't get it. I never will get it. I'll never understand it, man. How people could be so nasty and just fucking downright just nasty motherfuckers, man. But what can you do, man? You just gotta roll with the fucking punches and ride the waves, man. That's all I could think of, you know. I can't, you know, what are you gonna do? Babe, you gonna get on here for Mother's Day? Been trying to get my wife on here. She don't want to come on here. She don't want to come on for Mother's Day. I think I'm gonna repost that. Oh, is my fucking upload done? I had a conversation with my mom. Jesus. I had a conversation with my mom earlier that I'm gonna put up on. I got a few things I'm gonna work on today, and I'm gonna put out. Yeah, I got a few things I want to work on today, and I'm going to put out. So I think I'll end it here. If you guys, I will definitely. I'll talk to her again tonight, probably. So, yeah, definitely. If you guys want to hit the description, follow me on Facebook and stuff. And I got my, like I said, I always say it every time. I got my Patreon down there. I got my Facebook down there. I got my Twitter down there. Follow me up, you know, say hi, friend me on Facebook, you know. I don't hide who I am, so you can find who I am, what I am down there, and you can friend me on Facebook or whatnot, and we can chat and you know, all that. So much love to you guys, and I'm gonna work on some stuff. I gotta uploading right now. It should be done shortly. It's my conversation with my mother, and I got a couple other videos, so I'm pumping out like 3 or 4 different more videos a day, and I might even go live again tonight. So I'm hard at work. I'm hard at work here, you know. I don't got nothing else to do, and my wife is out here doing her thing. She just wilding out with the kids and shit. So you don't have any. I don't have any social media just yet. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. No, that's cool. I was just saying. But yeah, much love to you guys, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side, because I'm gonna be back on here most likely in a little bit. I'm gonna upload this video, and I got another video I want to make, and then I'll probably go live again later on tonight. So I appreciate, thank you guys for supporting me, and just coming and supporting me. Hit the like button, please. Okay, I'll see you tonight. I'm going to spend some time with your wife. I will, absolutely. Hit the like button on your way out, guys, please, so I can get, and share if you can, please, share. I know you don't have any social media, but if you guys got social media, please share my stuff so I can get it out there. So much love to you guys. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I will see y'all soon. Peace out. Happy Mother's Day.